This video is on solving functions, whether you're given a graph, given a table, or given an equation. First, we will start with given a graph. So here's my graph. My strategy is to plot points that are on this line. So I'm looking for points that would satisfy -1, 0, 1, and 2. So I want to see what the y's are whenever x is negative. So x is -1. I go to see where the line hits. It looks like it hits right there. So that would be, oops, that would be -1, comma, -5. My next one would be at 0. When I'm at 0, the line hits at -3. When I'm at 1 on my x-axis, it hits at -1. When it's at 2 on the x-axis, it hits at +1. So now that I have those dots, I fill in my points. So it was 0, -3, 1, -1, and it was 2, 1. Now my strategy to make my rule is whenever x is 0, whatever y is, that tells me what I add and subtract. So I know I'm going to have y equals blank x something minus 3. I just got to figure out what this blank is. In order to find that blank, I see what these numbers are going up or down by. It looks like they're all going up 2. If they're going up 2, that means I'm going to multiply by 2. So this number in front of x is going to be 2x minus 3. I check. I do 2 times -1. That's -2 minus 3. That satisfies a solution. I'll check one more. 2 times 2 will be 4. Then 4 minus 3 is 1. It looks like that satisfies my solution there. That's solving functions given a table.
Teachers, may I have your attention, please? Teachers, please.
Sorry for that brief pause. Here we got one given a table. So now all I do is I plot the points given the table. So 1, -3, I go over 1, down -3. There's 1 point, then I go 2, -6, so 2, -6. 3, -9. And I can't really make 4, -12 because it's too far down, but it would be down here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my line. I'm going to make my line as best I can here. There's my graph. And now I've got to find the rule. Okay, I've got to find my rule. So I'm going to look. Right now I'm not with 0, so I can't tell. But if I look at the graph where 0 is, it looks like it's like 0, 0. So if it's 0, then I'm not going to add or subtract anything. I won't add or subtract anything if it crosses at 0. So as it's going up here, these are going up by, or down actually, by 3. If they're going down by 3, that means I'm going to multiply by 3. Alright, since they're going down, I'm going to multiply by a -3. And then if I plus or minus anything, it will change the answer. So my function rule will be y equals -3x. The next one is given an equation. Once I get the equation, I have to calculate it and find what the y value is by plugging in my x value. In order to do that, on my calculator, I will type in the function rule, -2. And instead of writing x, I will put parentheses and put whatever number I have for x in there. So for the first part, I would put a -2. -2 times -2, that's +4 minus 1. That gets me 3. So I will put a 3 here. Then I go down and do -1. That gets me +2 minus excuse me, +2 minus 1. That gets you 1. My next one, if I plug 0 in, -2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 1, that's -1. I plug +1 in, just going down my table. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 minus 1. This would be negative 3. And for the last one, I put positive 2. That gets you 2 times negative 2. That is negative 4 minus 1. This would be negative 5. Now that I've got that done, I've just got a graph. That's all I have to do now is graph my function. So I go to negative 2 comma 3, negative 1 comma 1, 0 comma negative 1, 1 comma negative 3, 2 comma negative 5. Connect my dots, make a nice big line. And that's how you would work a function given an equation. Use this to help you get ready for the functions checkpoint. You can rewind and watch any different one of these to help you with it.